I think we can all relate to being really busy, but also wanting to be really productive. Making sure that you're eating healthy and you're getting your workout in when you have a really busy life and you're working full time and you're trying to juggle everything. So I wanted to make this video to share some really great life tips and life hacks that can help you get all of this stuff accomplished. So in this video, we're gonna talk about how to always get a home cooked meal in, how to make sure you're making your workout, and also how to take advantage of that idle time and make sure you're being productive. Hey guys, it's Dr. Mona, and today's video is all about being productive. And this really ties back to wellness, because the more productive you are, the more you feel organized and like on top of your game, the more time you have for cooking, really fresh food, eating healthy, working out, expanding your mind. I feel like learning is something that we should never stop doing, and I'm always just trying to find little things I can do with that idle time. And I feel like I've really mastered some little good tips and tricks along the way, so I'm excited to share some of them with you. The first one I want to talk about is getting your workout in. And this was actually inspired by one of the jobs I had at a pharmacy. I worked at a few different pharmacies, and I would always work till 5, and I would always want to make this workout class at 5:30, but with traffic and everything, sometimes I would literally miss it by 5 minutes, and I would get so frustrated because I'm the type of person that needs like a class to do a workout. I don't just like going to the gym. So I found a really great life hack to make it. Basically, I would sneak in my workout clothes under my work clothes, and no one would ever know the difference. And it obviously depends on what your job is. Maybe you can wear your fitness clothes and you don't have to worry about hiding it. But for me, I had to look professional. I was working as a pharmacist. So I would do a few different things. Number one, always wear a sports bra under my top, because this is something you can easily hide. I'd wear like a button up or a long sleeve shirt. That way I don't have to change and, get ready, especially for a girl. Sometimes the sports bra is really tight and it takes a long time to get on. So that was my first little hack. And then sometimes when I could get away with it, I would wear black pants that could kind of tie in for a slack or just a professional, pants, but it was actually yoga pants. And I feel like the lines get a little bit blurred here anyway, so this is something a lot of you could get away with. So I would go to work with my sports bra, with my yoga pants. I would even wear nicer shoes. I could wear a more professional shoe or boot, but then I would literally just get in my car, throw my boots off, put my sneakers on, because that's all I had to do. Take off the top, throw on a t-shirt, and then I'd go there and I'd be ready. I didn't have to go into the locker room and change and stress or change in traffic, which I've done before. So this is a really good one. I recommend taking advantage of it. Just doing something find what makes you late or what makes you not, want to get there or is stopping you, and just figure out a little life hack. So that's an easy one, but I think can come in handy for a lot of people. The next thing I want to talk about is idle time. So I'm talking when you're washing dishes or doing laundry, or when you're sitting in traffic. Like me, I'm always sitting in traffic. There's something about those times that I feel kind of frustrates you and almost sucks your energy away, because you're there's so many better things I could be doing than doing this right now. There's so many better things I should be doing. So what's really, really helped me with this is listening to an audiobook, because it actually makes me feel like I'm being productive during that time. And I'm obsessed with constantly reading, learning, expanding my mind. I feel as humans, there's never enough growth. We're always growing. Even the person I was a year ago, I'm always wow, how far have I come? So I think just finding things to do when you're doing all those boring things will make you feel less stressed about it. So for me, I love listening to an audiobook when I'm in the shower, when I'm doing my hair. My hair is really hard to manage. It takes me a really long time. So I'll literally put in my earphones and listen to an audiobook while I do it. And it's the most genius thing. I love it. So I've been using Audible for the last 2 months, and I'm obsessed. The first book that I got in it was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The funny thing is I've actually skimmed through this book years ago, but I felt I never really focused on it, and I needed a refresher, and I probably because I never had time to sit and read it. But when I can actually listen to it, it's just made it so much more effective. My girlfriend's actually using it too, and she got this book on there called Men Don't Love Women Like You. And I'm not kidding, the guy she was dating, after she listened to this book, she listened to it twice through. Every morning, as soon as she wakes up, she puts this book on. And the guy she's dating has totally turned around his attitude and personality towards her. She's fully in control. So I've definitely seen success come from it. It's really cool. And I mean, it's endless. So you can find anything you want on there, any topic. One thing I like about audiobooks over podcasts is that it is focused, and I feel you're getting like a really professional, like honed in topic. Whereas sometimes on podcasts, like you can listen to anything and they can be fun. But when I really want to feel like I'm making use of my time and I'm productive, I know that I can just depend on something like that. So if you guys want to try Audible, you can. Basically, you get a 30-day free trial. And with that trial, you get 1 free audiobook and then 2 free Audible originals. Go to www.audible.com/Dr. Mona Vand or text Dr. Mona Vand to 500-500. The next 2 tips that I have are things you can do in the morning that I feel like are really quick. You can get them done, and then when you're home from work, they will be finished. So the first one is making a meal. I'm sure you guys all know what a crock pot is, but I never really used it much until recently, and it's just so genius. Number one, you can do it in the morning, like right away. You don't have to prep. You don't have to like saute and simmer and make sure everything's cooking okay. It all goes into the same thing. It's super easy. And it's like an easy way to make really, really fresh ingredients. I also like it because soups and stews in general are just so like warming and grounding when you get home from work, and they're so easy to digest. So anything that you can do to increase these foods in your diet is also great. I wanted to show you a quick example of one. I'm gonna throw it on. Put it on low and then it's done. So the ingredients I have are sweet potatoes, green peppers, celery, garlic, red lentils, veggie broth. I've got some coconut milk, coriander, garlic powder, and paprika. And these are my cute little labels that I put on my spices because it makes life so much easier when you don't know where anything is. And some water also. I'm gonna pull this over here so you guys can see. That's about as far as it goes. And like I said, you can just put everything in. Also, remember like growing up when you would get home from school and your mom had cooked this meal and you walked in the house and it smelled so good? I'm giving you that childhood memory back because you're gonna walk home. This meal is gonna be already done. Just throw all of this in here. And even if you can do this, like let's say you do it twice a week, you probably have like a day of leftovers from it, which is also amazing. And it's so important to get fresh food in. Of course, there's gonna be some days a week where you order out or you can't, but the more you can, the better. And that's it. That took me like 4 minutes to add all that in there. So it's super easy, home cooked meal, and staying healthy and keeping your immunity up, which is also important for productivity. It's back. And the last tip I have is kind of a simple one. And this one might sound funny, so don't judge it right at first, but there's something about doing laundry in the morning. I know it sounds weird, but if I'm up really early and I know I have a little laundry to do, for some reason, like chipping away at it is so much better than like coming home and just having piles of laundry that I know I have to get to and don't have anything the next day. So sometimes even like right when I wake up, I'll throw in some like laundry, maybe not anything that's that important like towels or whatever. And once it washes, I'll put it in the dryer and then I can go to work. And when I come home, it's done. So at least just little things you can do in the morning that I feel like we don't take advantage of that time enough. Like, let's say you're making breakfast or you're drinking your coffee, just the idle time that you have. You're listening to your audiobook, you're throwing in laundry, you're cooking dinner, you're just like this power woman or man in the morning, and when you get home, like so much more is done. I feel like one more thing to keep in mind, when you're just getting home from work, you're exhausted. Like I always have more energy in the morning, even though you think you're tired, like after being on your feet all day or working, you're using your brain all day, like you just wanna come home and relax. So the more you can chip away at in the morning, the better. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I will put the link for Audible below so you can get your free 30-day trial. Go to www.audible.com/drmonavand or text Dr. Monavand to 500-500. And if you do try Audible, let me know what book you choose because I'm always wanting to know good suggestions too, so we can start like a fun thread about that in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.